Well, Josh, we're here. Barely Legal, Season 2, Episode 18. Don't know the title, because we had a great experience not knowing the title, and the trailer didn't ruin it for us, the title didn't ruin it for us, so hopefully there's something here like the return of Beverly Crusher instead of Pulaski. But we'll see. Probably not. That was a bummer last episode. But it's a new day. Silent opening.
No log.
Another card.
Oh, God.
I've just come from a meeting with Admiral Moore. He wanted to discuss this.
They really love spinning that thing around.
Say, ooh, look at this. Isn't that cool?
Sounds like it might be an SOS.
Good guess. You're quicker than Starbase research. It took them hours to determine that this was a distress beacon.
Starfleet is worthless.
The European hegemony.
A loose alliance formed in the early part of the 22nd century. It was the first stirrings of world government. You should read more history, number one.
Me, I know everything.
Computer, locate all Earth deep space launches from 2123 until 2190.
I would hate to be the Star Trek wiki, fact checker who has to, all these little, not throwaway lines, but it's like, keep track of all this shit on some big giant forum or big giant wiki.
Yeah, the writers definitely don't.
Medical emergency. Dr. Pulaski to the bridge.
Oh, it's...
Oh, yeah,
Worf.
What happened?
He just collapsed, sir.
What happened?
Damn.
Okay.
What, do you have a heart attack or what?
My security officer remains in sick bay where Dr. Pulaski is searching for the cause of his collapse.
I'm fine.
I am fine.
There was deficient blood flow resulting from circulatory failure. He curled up his toes and lay unconscious on the floor.
Doctor, there is no need to insult me.
Lieutenant, you have Rapak Ngor.
What did you just call me?
How would Commander Riker feel if he had the measles?
Pretty silly.
Dr. Pulaski, how is Lieutenant Worf?
Oh, I'm dead.
Worf was just observing a Klingon ritual involving fasting. And he didn't take into account that you have to decrease your physical activity as you decrease your caloric intake.
He's in a cut phase. He was intermittent fasting.
Well, I appreciate Pulaski doing that for Worf.
It is among the Klingons that love poetry achieves its fullest flower.
Hold that thought.
Didn't he say before that male Klingons write poems?
I believe he did.
Antidote. If we're going to share, let's share. Now, quote me a little of that poetry.
I was wondering if something was going to happen there because he had that measles thing where he just collapses again.
Woo!
It wasn't even in the credits.
Yeah, what's up with that? Did he lose his opening credit?
Captain, you better get somebody down here. Right away.
Because after World War III, it went to a Stone Age, and they had to work their way back.
That's right.
But clearly they already were in a farming mode by this point. I think they accelerated more quickly.
I mean, it was 2100, they said 300 years ago, right? So they had some form of space travel at least, but the very small amount.
O'Brien, I think that third wave should be in position.
Shoot, damn you! Shoot! Shoot! Hi, sir.
Oh, this was a nightmare on set. They just turn and walk away.
Yeah.
Oh, O'Brien, is it? I should have known 'twould be a good Irishman.
Hey!
This is my security chief, Lieutenant Worf.
I don't suppose security is much of a problem for you.
You'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised.
Would you happen to be married?
No, why?
No. You see, sir, I have a daughter. Would you be interested, sir?
No.
You're quite sure?
Quite sure.
Yeah. He's quite sure.
He wants some of that Enterprise money, marry his daughter off and get...
Yep. He should ask Wesley. He'd probably say yes.
Oh, yeah.
Set course for the nearest starbase.
They were anachronistic in 2123. It will be interesting to see how they cope.
They'll learn and adapt. If Danilo O'Dell is any indication, they'll be running this place inside of a week.
Lieutenant Worf here, report.
What's that alarm?
Fire. I don't think we've ever had a fire on the Enterprise that I can remember.
Yeah, what the hell was that thing?
Automated fire system. A force field contains the flame until the remaining oxygen has been consumed.
Ah, yeah, what if I'd been under that thing?
You would have been standing in the fire.
Your hospitality leaves a hell of a lot to be desired. You don't offer us a bite or a sup, and when we build a fire to cook a little something, the whole place goes mad.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
And what are you staring at? You never seen a woman before?
I thought I had.
Ho ho! That worked.
Me, I present my daughter,
Ah!
Brenna Odell.
You know Riker's always quick on his feet.
Oh, yeah.
You may have all the time in the world, but I've dozens of frightened and hungry children and women to look after.
And what about the men?
Well, I'm sure they'll find their comfort, as they always do, in the bottom of a mug of homebrew.
Sir?
Oh, he's laughing.
The last thing I expected. Sir, I think I'll stay and give her some help.
The guy on the right is like the head security geek.
Oh, yeah, we've seen him before plenty of times.
Don't think he has a name, but he's like in a lot of episodes. Maybe he does have a name.
Tell me, Commander Riker, where does a girl go to wash her feet on this ship?
As the first officer, I feel it's my responsibility to show you all the amenities.
I mean, that's how easy it is for Jonathan Frakes.
He didn't even say anything.
He just has to stand there.
He just stood there and stared at me.
Yes, well, in all your travels, have you heard anything from the other colony?
The other colony.
All right. We know how fast like 3 hours can pass by. They're probably already dead, but go on.
William Riker, you're a mess.
Oh, you don't have to do that.
Oh, Riker's quarters. I think this is where he made that breakfast. That would make sense.
Yeah, I think it is.
And why is that?
So we can have a pipe and a mug of beer in peace.
You've shown me so many wonders on your great ship.
The trombone was there. See that?
Yeah, nice.
I think I can handle that.
I was hoping you might.
Oh, no. Okay.
You thought someone was going to come in?
Yeah, Troy's going to walk in or something. I don't know.
Or just every time he starts making out with someone in the show, Picard always walks in.
Yeah.
Oh, number one.
Oh, hey, what's going on?
Whiskey! Terrible. It has no bite.
Jaha, salute.
Gonna give him a Klingon drink.
Oh, no.
Oh, what darling is it? I might have known. Can you talk with Dr. Pulaski about the children? She wants to send them to school with the ship's children. So go handle it!
Where'd you just,
Yeah, didn't you just
yeah.
get laid? Right after they were done, she was like, I have to go. My dad's drinking.
I'm Wilson Granger, Prime Minister of Mariposa.
No doubt a descendant of Captain Walter Granger.
Not quite a descendant.
He heard you.
Please, come down and allow us to extend our hospitality to you and your crew.
That's not the other colony, is it?
I believe so.
Because they're like way advanced as opposed to our guests on the ship.
Welcome to Mariposa.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Or if there is something damn odd going on here.
Gentlemen, please follow me.
The hell was that?
Was she scanning him or the statue? I would guess him.
This is my Chief of Staff, Elizabeth Vallis.
Tell me, is your entire population made up of clones, Prime Minister?
Clones?
Clones.
There you go.
They fly now.
They fly now.
So when Data said, no doubt, descendant of so-and-so, do you think it's like literally an entire cloning generation of that same dude? Where, like,
Probably.
exactly this.
And that's why he was like not quite a descendant.
Yeah.
The skin of our ship was breached. Only 5 of the colonists survived.
5, okay.
So, they used that expertise and turned to cloning.
Yes, We had no other option. The entire concept of sexual reproduction is a little repugnant to us.
Each time you clone, you're making a copy of a copy. Subtle errors creep into the chromosomes, and eventually you end up with a non-viable clone.
We need an infusion of fresh DNA. I was hoping that you would be willing to share some tissue samples.
One William Riker is unique, perhaps even special. But 100 of him, 1,000 of him, diminishes me in ways I can't even imagine.
You would be preserving yourself.
Human beings have other ways of doing that. We have children.
Matter of fact, I was just making one earlier.
You can have one of them. I've got plenty throughout the galaxy.
Will you at least send some people to repair our malfunctioning equipment?
Oh no. We've tried that last episode.
Yes, of course, number one. Put a technical team together.
Oh, you guys are so willing to go do that, huh?
That's what Picard says. We tried that last episode. Oh, really? I didn't see it. What happened? Like, they're obviously going to steal their DNA. Come on, guys.
Repairing that equipment will certainly not solve your problems.
What other solution do we have? There are only 5 of us.
He's gonna pink. Pull a piece of hair out.
Yeah, it's like pretty late in the episode to be introduced to something like this.
Yeah, it's like what's the main conflict here?
It's like, I guess this.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like sometimes it's like, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah.
Oh! I like this score.
Oh.
This is probably the most, like, creepiest sci-fi the show has gotten.
Yeah, very cinematic.
So what happened to you two down on Mariposa? Is everything all right?
Is there any reason it shouldn't be?
Yeah. Every time I asked where you were, some clone lied to me. Now, when someone lies, there are certain physiological manifestations, variations in blush response. Doesn't always work with aliens, but humans, I got them nailed.
Oh, it's good to know.
Really?
So what's the prognosis, Doc?
Geordie, you'd be pleased to know that you're not missing any epithelial cells.
Great.
Will and I, however, are.
Where are you going?
To their cloning lab.
Oh, just gonna beam straight there, huh? No waste of time. Oh, yes.
Ah! That's good that it's like a still forming thing, not just
Yeah.
like a full Jonathan Frakes.
Right.
I mean, that'd have been fine, but
In uniform, too.
yeah.
Oh, what gross shit did they put on you this time? Let's see it.
Oh.
Oh.
I still find it very interesting how the phaser can do whatever, like whatever they want in terms of like what to do with the body. Sometimes it disintegrates, disappears, or they just fall over dead.
Stop!
Oh, well.
We're desperate. Desperate!
And that gave you the right to assault us, to rob us, and...
We have the right to survive!
Just die.
Who knows how many other tissue samples were stolen? We certainly have a right to exercise control over our own bodies.
You'll get no argument from me. Cloning isn't the answer. What they need is breeding stock.
To bring Lloyd in.
Yes, they have the energy and drive, and the clones possess the emotional maturity and the technical knowledge.
It seems only fitting they should end up together.
Unfortunately, it will have to be a shotgun wedding.
Yeah, because then they say they were like disgusted by having sex now, the clones.
Yeah, like they've grown beyond it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Captain. It's out of the question.
Don't you understand? The Bring Lloydie can help you.
How could we ever integrate that into our society?
You're no prize yourself.
So it would be best if each woman, Bring Lloydie and Mara Posen, had at least 3 children by 3 different men.
Right, well, now let's go and stake out my 3 women. Send in the clones.
I must be out of my mind.
Starfleet will probably agree with you.
Well, that was extremely uncomfortable.
Oh, yeah. Ooh. Like the whole thing, like Riker, like, oh, I'm not gonna let them do what they want. It's my body, my choice. But anyway, all these women either have babies with 3 different men.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, like you guys were so close.
Miss Odell, you were the one who wanted a new home.
But I don't know if I want to be Eve.
It's your choice. If you wish, you can stay on the Enterprise. We will drop you off at a starbase. Then you can go where you wish. These people will need your strength, your guidance.
What does he do again?
Prime Minister.
Oh, sounds important.
Oh, it is.
Sounds like he might have more than 2 coins to rub together. 3 husbands.
Uh-huh.
What the fuck, bro?
What was that? What was that?
We chose a hell of a day to drink water.
Yeah, we sure did. God, the day I try to cut back my alcoholism was the day they showed me this.
I've heard that there was an episode that's discriminatory against Irish people. I'm guessing this is it. I would hope this is it. I felt like in the first half and stuff, there was like some fun moments and some stuff going on, but then it just like introduced this clone plot line, which felt like it should have been its own episode.
Yeah.
And then it just like has that was quite possibly the most like odd ending of any episode we've ever seen.
Yeah, it really was. Talk about like a train on the rails. Like it just like it didn't like veer off. It was just like it's like clones, reproduction, and it's like I don't believe that this clone group came from the same group. It's like how do they advance? 5 of them advanced so much, and the other half didn't. Whatever. I'm sure that was all explained away in quick, easy to miss dialogue that we suck at. Yeah, but but maybe I couldn't pick up on it because my brain is just melted from this episode. It's so weird.
And it's also like up until the last 10 minutes, there almost wasn't a through line. Like things just happened. Like these people came onto the Enterprise. You saw their whole ordeal, and the dad has the Klingon. Wait a minute. Wait, didn't this episode start off with the thing with Worf? Just completely unconnected.
That whole thing was just so him and Pulaski could have a nice scene.
Which was a nice scene,
Which was a nice scene, but it's like, when you do it as your opening hook of the episode, you think it's going to play into later at all, but it didn't.
It just paid off, like in the next scene.
Yeah, immediately. Oh, nice scene with Pulaski and Worf, yay. Data, I had no idea what happened to him.
He's been in the background for a while.
Yeah, he got his episode. He's got to take a back seat for a while.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Yeah, and
really quick, I think it just in the editing. I don't know, maybe something in the edit, someone in the editing room just had to mash all this shit together, and it's like, here's what I got, writer strike. I don't know. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, I agree, and also the writing. I mean, look, this was the one that said it was Melinda Snodgrass, right? And like when she first came on, writing Measure of a Man. How do you go from that to writing this? I'm just so confused. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we paused it after we finished it. It says executive script consultants, Hans Bielmer and Richard Manning. Oh, okay. So my guess is they came in and it's like,
give me that. Start right.
And they just mangled it. And there's assistant, there's script consultants, set directors. It's not just the writer has like the golden. It's like no one can touch this. TV, all TV. Someone's gonna come in and muddy it up and ruin it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Possibly. I'm
almost like more interested in the background or behind the scenes of this episode. Last thing I'll just say is like with the Irish people, if something about that is discriminatory or offensive, I know nothing about that. I'm ignorant to that, so please tell me. But if the episode had just been that, like I could have at least been down to see what it was or like see where it went, and then it just introduced this cloning storyline and completely just changed into one of the weirdest episodes ever that was not really that enjoyable towards the end.
It really wasn't.
So yeah, I guess we're gonna talk about it.
I guess we'll see how long it is, and if it does exist, it's hanging out right there.
And if it's not there, make sure to subscribe so that as soon as it's posted, you can check it out, because I'm sure you won't want to miss it. And what our patrons have to say about this one, that'll be at least exciting for that.
Yes, I'm excited to read those.
This is my favorite episode.